Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sierra and these are the reasons why I kind of hate the book community. I'm kidding. But what I'm saying is these are some issues I have with the book community as a whole. Starting off with number one. There's this statement of no one can read 100 books in a year. Like, you must not have a job. I hate this blanket statement so much. It's so frustrating. It's so annoying. And I feel like it doesn't matter and it's not anybody's business on how much you read. But also, there's another aspect of it that I want to talk about. And I feel like it's kind of like the issue of those who read faster and those who read slower. And it all goes back to when we were younger. Especially if you're a millennial. Y'all remember, we always got like awards for how many books we read within the school year. You got like, you got prizes, you got, whatever you got a whole bunch of stuff, points, whatever, however your school did it, however your district did it, you got something for reading a whole bunch of books. And I feel like that kind of targeted those who read slower because they didn't get any rewards for reading books because they didn't read as many. And so this leads to a whole issue between those who read slower and those who read faster. So you have those who read slower who are internalizing this as like they're a bad person, they can't read, they're dumb and they're slow, and they will never get rewarded. And then some of them bitches probably grow up and never actually, heal. Kind of like if you've ever heard of the comedian Taylor Tomlinson. She has a bit in her first comedy show on Netflix where she talks about if you don't do the work, if you don't sift out all the bad stuff, all the shitty parts of you will solidify and it'll just be who you are. And I feel like that's a huge aspect of a lot of people who have these comments to say. Like, oh, you can't read all that many books. You never went to therapy for the fact that, yes, you are a slower reader. And it's nothing bad. Probably ADHD, ADD. Maybe you just read slower. It takes your brain to process, it takes a little bit longer to process the words. And that's not a problem. But the thing is, you're not making it everybody else's problem because you read slower. Because you're jealous. And that's where we get to the root of it. I feel like it's a lot of jealousy. And it stems strictly from our childhood. That's just my opinion. I was always the person who always got like second or third place because I read a lot. And this is what my mom tells me. She told me, and she doesn't remember that she told me. She a little bit, anyway. But she told me that I learned to read a little bit later in life. Not like super, super late. But like maybe like a year or so after than the typical age to read. And so once I started to read books, I went gung-ho. Like I read all the Harry Potter books. Fuck J.K. Rowling. I read all of the books, and that's what really just like shot me through reading. Like I read But Not Buddy. I absolutely love it. We read Esperanza Rising in school. I absolutely loved that book. I just loved reading so much that anything was intriguing to me. We read a book called, I think it was called like White Stripes, about a girl who was like she like loved zebras, but she also had like leukemia. Yeah, that book scarred me, okay? I feel like as a kid, like a lot of media scarred us. So we're kind of like, unhinged and, we're kind of numb to what society is now. Because we watched stuff like that and read stuff like that when we were young. Like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Why was I like in 3rd grade watching that? Like that type of thing. But I feel like that's how I navigated my reading journey. And so I just kept reading. I kept reading. And as I got older, obviously when depression hit, I didn't want to do anything. That's a different story, but like still but that time period as a child, I just read. I read whatever I wanted to read. I just read. And there are a lot of books that I remember. There are a lot of books I don't remember, but I did read a lot. And I never really cared for the awards at the end of it. I just loved reading. I loved consuming books. I was always so nosy about storylines. Like I read A Series of Unfortunate Events. I read A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Like I love that book. I love the movie. Like I was just reading anything and everything. I was just reading to read. I read like the little diary books of the girls in different decades. I forgot the name of that series, whatever it was called. Read The Magic Tree House. Like, I was just reading to read. But I feel like for those who probably struggled with reading and were probably also, you know, talked down upon by their family members or parents, being like, oh, you still reading the same paragraph? Wow, you're still on the same book? It's been a month. Like, hearing those kind of comments, they internalized that, and they didn't go to therapy, they didn't heal, they didn't do their self-work, and this is who they are now. And so now they're spewing shit online, talking about how people aren't able to read 100 books a year, and that they shouldn't have a job because there's no way they can read that many books. You have some internalized stuff you need to go through. You need to go to therapy. Leave people alone. Get off the keyboard, and maybe you sound out the words in your book. And this is not me being mean, but this is me just being accurate. Take your time to read a book. Get off of the keyboard. Get off. Go read something. Because in the time it takes for you to bash somebody reading 100 books a year, you could have finished a book. Shut up and mind your business. Like, that's what my thing is. It's just a lot of that negative self-talk that they never grew out of. And now they're making it everybody else's problem. Now, moving on to the next point that I absolutely hate. I'm not going to read that because I can't relate to it. Well, Bethany, I don't know how you relate to dragons and shit, but you still read them. And that's where I stop. Like, and other people with the same tint, you know, say like, oh, I don't want to read black books because I can't relate to this, I can't relate to that. It's like, well, we've consumed, especially people of color, especially black people, we've consumed a lot of media that wasn't centered around us, and somehow we found a way to connect to characters. But you can't do the same thing with others. I spent years watching shitty romance movies, reading books about white girls having dates and romances. I literally read To All the Boys I Loved Before. That main character is Korean. She's half Korean, half white. That girl is nothing like me. But I connected with Laura Jean so fucking bad that I have those books. I still savor over them because I know what happens in every single book. So when the movies came out and when people were talking about Peter Kavinsky being the greatest, I say he is shit because you never read the books. Like, I connected so much with Laura Jean, and she and I are nothing alike, like physically. But like mentally, emotionally, I felt just like her. If I can connect to her, you can connect to a black woman. That's simple. It's not that complicated. They just want to have an excuse to not read outside of their bubble. I'm just saying. Oh, another example. I also read China Room by Sunjeev Sahota. Love the book. I don't know anything about being Indian. I don't know nothing about the culture. I'm black. But I connected so much with our female main character when she was trying to figure out who her husband was. That mess was chaotic, and I loved every bit of it. She just wanted to know who her man was. Okay, that's it. And that was a journey on its own. I'm like, oh, baby. I'm like, girl, you got the wrong man. Damn it. Like, oh my God. I just love it. And also, this leads to a point that I made. This is me reading off my Substack list because I feel like those who don't have Substack can also get this information over here. For people who say this, I need you to ask yourself, why do you need to be the center of attention in your media? Why do you need to be the center of attention? Why? Answer the question. Why do you need to be the center of attention? Do you not validate other people's POV? Do you think them as less than? Answer the question, please. I'm begging you. Moving on. The author should do this or should do that. And this goes through everything that's been going on in booktube community lately. People telling authors what to do, what not to do, how to act, how to not act, how to write the characters, how to do this, how to do that. You can't tell these people what to do. You didn't spend the time researching. You didn't spend the time writing the book. You don't get paid to be saying this either. So I'm gonna need you to shut up. Like, you did not create this book. You did not create this world. If you want to do X, Y, and Z, do it yourself. Or if you're just like intrigued, you're like, oh, what if they took this turn? That's different. That's just a critique. If you're like, oh, I wonder if they did this, like how would that turn out? Or like how this would have come up if they did X, Y, and Z. That's just you being curious with a little bit of critique. You're just like, oh, this is how I would approach it. But you're not badgering them. That's different from saying like, oh, well, they should have killed off this character. Or like, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they made this character like this. Like, they're a terrible author. That's when we have a fucking issue. It's like, you don't write. Shut up. Like, just be quiet. And then there's also the other part of the conversation where people talk about like the author and the book sucking. And it's like, that's so unnecessary. Just, if you don't like the book, you don't like the book. Like for me, I don't rate any book underneath 3 stars. It's very rare if I do. And that's because like I gave the book a chance, but I don't broadcast that all over the fucking world of like, I gave this book 2 stars and this is why it was shit. No, I'll just put it on my Substack. I mean, not my Substack. I'll just put it on my story graph and I'll just be like 2 stars. I'm like, I gave it a chance. I wasn't feeling it. And that's fine. I don't see any issue with that. But if you're gonna badger somebody for their book, that's when I have a freaking issue with it. Like, shut up. Shut up. If you don't like the book, plainly don't read the book. Stop yourself. You don't have to finish the book. And that's when I started to like telling myself a lot more, because I was reading books just for the sake of reading books, and I'm like, why? Why am I reading a book that I don't like? Just DNF it. Why am I wasting my time? My time is precious. I don't know about y'all's, but my time is precious. I got other things to do. I could be playing Sims. I could be rewatching my other shows. I could be doing yoga. I could be doing my tarot cards. I could be doing anything else. I could be writing. I'm not going to sit here and trash on a book and read a book that I don't like. Why would I finish it? What's the point in that? And if I think it absolutely sucks, I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm gonna be like, damn, that was bad. Anyway, moving on. Or like, I'll make like one comment. I'm like, I didn't like this. I didn't like X, Y, and Z about this book, so I DNF'd it. That's it. That's all. We don't need to go into a whole dissertation on why you hate the book and why the author sucks. Get off the internet, meditate, maybe take an edible if you need to, and just chill. Thank you. Next point, I only read the classics. No one cares. No one cares that you read the classics. No one cares. There are still people who do that. Like, they're like, I only read classic books. I only read, like, you know, like high posh literature. I only read thought-provoking books. I don't read books about, you know, like alien smut. Good for you. Shut up. Like, don't be an asshole. Like, stop. Stop being annoying. Let people read what they want to read. Like, it's not that serious. It's not that deep. If people want to read about fairy smut, let them read about fairy smut. I don't read it, but I'm not going to dog it. Like the whole Wicker movie coming out, I'm intrigued to watch it now. And I don't read books like that. I read like maybe like 1 or 2 books by Kimberly Lemming because those were funny and I like her. I was like, this is interesting. But with the Wicker trailer and the Wicker Man and the Wicker Dicker, like that kind of mess, I'm like, this isn't for me, but now it's for me because I'm intrigued. I want to know. I want to go see the movie now. Like that type of stuff, it's not something I gravitate to, but I ain't king shaming nobody. Hey, whatever works your boat, baby. Hey, if it works for you, it works for you. Have fun, okay? Like let's just all be troopers, okay? It's not that deep to tell people like, you know, what you're reading, what you don't read. I only read classics. I only read this. Like I don't read. Okay. If it don't float your boat, it don't float your boat. You can just simply say it, but you ain't got to be like all pish-poshing up your arse about it. Like, shut up. No one cares. Oh, I had another point too to that. I was just saying like how humans build off of one another and it allows people to like connect to other pieces too as well. So we can connect to like high literature, you can connect to fairy smut, and it all has like this very similar messaging to it, like of just like identity, diversity, whatever. Like there's different themes, I feel like, when it comes to books. Like different themes, different conversations come up with a lot of different books across the spectrum of books. Like from children's literature all the way up to like self-help books. They all cover like the same aspects, which is could be like about like mental health, mental illness. Like they could all cover the same things with different ways to approach it. And you can learn from all literature. So you don't need to read high class literature, classic literature to be seen as like, oh, I'm learning something and you're not. Like, no, it's not that serious. You can learn from literature in all different ways, and however you consume literature. You can learn literature through Substack, like people sharing pieces and writing. Like there's so many ways to consume literature that it's not that damn deep. Okay, you're learning something regardless, whether it's good or bad. Like you could even read like like celebrity gossip news, and you'll learn something. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be good, but you're learning, oh, you have this point of view because this is how you feel towards women. Like you're still learning something. It's not necessarily good because of what the person is trying to convey about a certain person, but you're still learning something. So it doesn't matter what kind of literature you read. It's not that serious. Like, and I feel like a lot of people who read classic literature and have such like an elitist attitude towards it, they probably got their books taken away that were fun. They were probably told like, oh, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is for morons or whatever, or you can't read Junie B. Jones. Like, no, don't read that. And they were given these other books and told like, this is what's popular. It kind of reminds me of Rory from Gilmore Girls, because she has such like an elitist attitude towards what she read and what other people were interested in, and she looked down upon them if they didn't read or didn't like certain things that she liked. And that's a fucking problem. That's very classist. Like, yes, you read those books, good for you, but it's not anything better than what other people are interested in and what they like to read and what they like to do. You do not have like a hierarchy in what you're interested in and what you're reading. You do not. No one gives a fuck. The only people who cared are the people who gave it to you because they want you to have a certain image that they uphold in their own life, and so they put it on you. But other than that, no one else in this world cares. I don't care if you read Tale of Two Cities or not. I got the book downstairs. I didn't read it yet. But you know what I did read? How I Got Drunk and Saved a Vampire. How I Got Drunk and Saved like whatever his name was. Whatever the thing was. Like Kimberly Lemming books. Like I read those books. I read a book on how to Get Your Freak On by Kadee Allen. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not that serious. Another thing that I just want to say, just to wrap it all up, read your books, drink your water, and mind your business. It is not that deep. Like, let people read what they want to read. Let people have fun. Broaden your horizons. If you want to be a little pick-me-ass hoe, or if you just want to be rude and be like, I only read this type of book, I'm not going to read anything else. Okay, just leave everybody else alone. Like... Like, don't say, like, you're gonna, don't say, like, oh, I only read this type of this book, and then you branch out to read another book, but you don't even read it. You just go ahead and comment and say that the book sucked or whatever. Then we got a problem. Just stay in your lane. If you just want to read romance, just read romance. I don't care. If you just want to read horror, just read horror. I don't care. But don't go somewhere else and dog on other people reading what you don't read. That's when I have a problem with people. Like me, I got tired of consuming, white contemporary romance books, so I stopped reading them. I'll read like, a POC female main character in a romance. I'll read it, but that's not what I'm geared towards anymore. I only read romances where the black girl's a lead. If it's a black girl, Black, Caribbean, or anything like that, but literally a black woman as a female main character, that's the only thing that matters. She is a black female main character in a romance book. Her love interest, I don't care what they look like. They can be black, brown, Puerto Rican, or Haitian. They can literally be an alien. They can be gay, straight, bi. It don't matter. I don't care who their love interest is. But as long as in my romance is a black female main character, I don't give a fuck. That's how I am with my romances now. Because I'm not going to waste my time on Bethany and Eric and they mess. I don't care. I consumed enough of that growing up. I watched enough Gossip Girl. Okay? I don't want that anymore. Give me black women, okay? Like, I'm done. And that was all like in my teenagehood. Like, it just gets draining when you don't see yourself. So you know what? Let me just, like how Bretman Rock said, like, if you don't like what you see, change the channel. And so I'm changing the channel. So I don't want to read white people romances. I don't want to consume it anymore. I'm changing the channel. Fuck it. And that's what you need to do. Just mind your damn business. If you want to put up your boundaries of what you want to read and what you don't want to read, fine, cool, whatever. But just mind your damn business. Just mind your damn business. You don't see me over here reading a romance with white people in it and then trashing the book. I just don't read it. Like the books I have talked about on this channel so far. I literally have all the books of the videos that I just did. And there is not one white couple on here. Because I'm just not going to read it. I'm going to avoid it like the plague. Like, I bet Emily Henry is a good writer, but her books are not for me. And that's fine. There are a lot of authors who I'm like, their books are just not for me, and I'm cool with it. I got plenty of options. I don't need that. So I don't need to go searching in like Emily Henry spaces and reading a book and then being mad that the two characters are white. Like, what would I fucking expect? Of course they're going to be two white characters. Duh. Like, I'm going to need people to use some discernment, put up your boundaries if you need to, and just mind your business. Mind your business. It's not hard. I think everybody's dehydrated. Everybody needs to drink some water, eat a few gummy bears, gummy worms, or whatever, and take a nap. That's my take. If you like this video, be sure to like it. Comment below if you want to. If you don't, I don't care. These are my opinions. This is how I feel about the book community. That's why I say, like, I am not part of the book community. I call it the book crew. My book crew is filled with black people who love to read. Or people of color who love to read, and they read diversely. That's my book crew. I don't know nothing about no book talk, no bookstagram mess. There are people on Bookstagram that I do follow and I do like, and I do get recommendations from them, but because they are part of my book crew. But I don't go searching into like the popular abyss of book talk and Bookstagram. Like, I don't go there because I know the books there are not for me. Why the fuck would I go there? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Why dive into a place that I don't want to be in? You know? Anyway. But thanks for coming to my talk. If you like this video, be sure to like it. I will catch you guys on the flippity flop. And until next time, stay magical. Bye. Mwah.